Hello, collectors. Today I'll be continuing my Loomian Legacy crusade. Two of my three last video, actually three of my last four videos were basically criticizing Loomian Legacy for the most part, or like talking about ways it can improve. And I got a lot of comments, which I want to go through, which I think are really goofy takes from people around the Loomian Legacy community. So here, my most popular one here, Loomian Legacy isn't fun anymore. I'll explain why the game isn't fun. Um, and a lot of people here they agree with me, but a comment here, the devs didn't focus on Sweet Retreat. They did that to stall for time, despite the fact that there's like three new Lumians from Sweet Retreat. Developers don't talk to the fans because of how toxic the fans are. No, the fans aren't really that toxic unless the devs take forever. And even then, I haven't really seen anybody being toxic. They're more just annoyed. They also try and attack developers when there are updates they didn't like. I've never seen that happen either. I've seen people upset but never really attack developers. It's like the fans just see them as slaves instead of people, so the devs never talk to the fans. Well, the issue is they're developing a game, right? And people are paying for the game, which doesn't mean the devs have to continue working on the game, but when the devs are literally lying about updates they're working on, like with Atlantean City is exposed that they only really started working on the update about I think it was like 6 months before the update released, like the scripting. So they were lying about working on it for years. They made the Sweet Retreat so that they could get people hooked while they're finishing Atlantean. If you don't play the game, if you don't like the game, then don't play it. This is something I hate seeing. Is if you don't like the game, don't play it. I like Loomian Legacy. I care about Loomian Legacy. The reason why I'm making these videos criticizing Loomian Legacy is because I want it to do better. I don't like Adopt Me, but you don't see me making videos shitting all over Adopt Me because I don't care about Adopt Me. I don't care how if Adopt Me is amazing. I don't care if it flops tomorrow. For Loomian Legacy, I do. So that's why I'm making a video on it. Here people are like, the players make a game fun, and that's a big thing for the devs to notice. With the devs alone, we can't assume a game is dying. This pretty much agrees with me. Um, I agree Loomian Legacy is boring. Bro, Loomian Legacy is the best. So he's like, Ayo, stop dissing on the devs. It's hard to pump out updates. And I was like, I could start a family in the time it takes for an update. And then people are like, basic LL fanboy, despite lying. And people are responding here. This guy, another thing I hate is, okay, it's just your opinion. I don't give a damn about your opinion. People should care about other people's opinion, whether it's between just normal stuff like disagreeing about Lumion Legacy or politics. Like something of like politics I know is a lot more extreme, but you have to understand, like for American politics, you got the Republicans and the Democrats. A Republican has to understand a Democrat's viewpoints, and a Democrat has to understand a Republican's viewpoints. Ideally, people have a mix of opinions from both sides. Like for example, I'm more of a fan of getting a more like a cheaper college system, not necessarily clear student council or student debt, but introduce more government programs to help make college easier. But more on the Republican side, I'm more of a fan of 2A. I like having the Second Amendment, and I do think we should continue having the Second Amendment. So in general, it's just a bunch of opinions you have to understand, you have to communicate, you have to care about other people's opinions. Because I may disagree with somebody's opinions, but I'll still understand where they're coming from, and I can still get on with a person even if we have um, different opinions. So that's one thing I really dislike. I respond here. Say, okay, it's just your opinion. I don't give a damn about your opinion. Nerd emoji. People just like ratio them. Actually, I ratio this guy here. But another one that got like a lot of comments, a lot more comments, I think that were negative, was why Lumion Legacy needs chaining. This is why I explained why Loomian Legacy needs chaining from Doodle World. This guy said, ain't gonna happen. If chaining is added, it won't be fair for the player who spends tens of thousands of Robux on the game. That's like a literal nerd emoji moment. Like, it wouldn't be fair for the players who spend tens of thousands of Robux. Let me show you how much that is in Robux, by the way. Go over here. Now go ahead and, for tens and thousands of Robux, 11,000 Robux, it's $100. That's with premium. So people are spending hundreds of dollars on this game, and it wouldn't be fair for them. They still get the benefits of having their boost tokens and stuff. Just chaining makes it easier for everyone. Um, this guy agrees with me as free to play. Chaining would ruin the game if the game isn't popular for its story. It's popular because it's a rare, valuable game where people trade and hunt. So chaining would ruin values, which would ruin the game. Nerd take. Well, it doesn't. This is another one I dislike. Like, well, it doesn't. Well, no shit. I think that's where I responded. Yeah, it's a no shit. Like, yeah, it doesn't have. That's why this video is why Loomian Legacy needs changing. I just wanted to point out some of these goofy takes because I think it's kind of dumb. How some people are like so defensive of the game. You can support a game and still be critical of it. Like, I'm critical of Armenti, especially some of my previous videos, but at the same time, I can still enjoy an Armenti video. It's just obviously you have to be critical of something. Like, you don't have to be critical, but like I said before, let's go back to politics. People see politics in the same way they see it as a game. They say red, at least in America, it's red or blue. You're either only Democrat or only Republican. At least that's what it seems like online. But in reality, you should have opinions from both sides, like I said. So I could disagree with the Republicans in some stances. Like, I disagree on the fact that like we need to provide more funding for colleges because college kids run the future. Ideally, I would do it towards degrees we need in the future, so technology based, manufacturing based, those who get priority. But I believe we should get some spending for colleges. And then disagreeing with the Democrats, like I said, I'm more of a fan of 2A. I am a fan of funding the police, which they were against in 2020 and 2021. So it's just like you have to be able to be critical of your own party and point out the good points in another game, like or another party or whatever. It's like with Adopt Me, I can say like I don't like the game, but it's a well-built game that has been huge for Roblox. I just think that's some goofy takes about Loomian Legacy that I saw.